Welcome back to Memoir 44. We're doing the breakthrough scenario, the counterattack of the BEF, the British Expeditionary Force, which is us, the British, and we got some French troops. The French tank brigades did a fine job last time. Well, we'll carry on. So the card we're going to play this time, we are playing General Advance, ordering 2 units in each section, which is actually what we want. So we're going to be ordering 6 units total. Yes, we have that. All right, let's get ordering them and see what we're going to do with them. All right, the 2 units we're going to order up here, we are going to take the Fearless French Tank Unit and order them. And then we are going to take the French Infantry and order them. All right, 2 in the center. All right, the 2 units we're going to order in the center are infantry. We're going to order these 2 infantry units. We're going to probably hustle them up, and 2 on our left flank. Well, we only have 2 on our left flank, so let's go ahead and order them. We've got our tanks and our 1 infantry hiding out in the trees. All right, so it's time for movement. we're gonna barrel this guy out of here. We want to keep him alive because he's a victory medal if he gets taken out. So 1, 2. He's going to go right back to the starting line. The Germans are going to have to chase him down a long ways if they want to take him out. And we are going to take our tanks. We're going to try to, we're going to try and support this guy. So we're just going to take our tanks. They could roll, what do they fire into? Let's see, what do they fire into there? Into the train station, tanks roll -2 dice. We roll 1 die against them. But then we're in line of their mobile artillery. You know what, what are we going to do with them? I think we will, I think we will move them there, and we will, I've got to rethink. No, we're going to actually move these guys back 2 out of range, and they're not going to attack anybody. I know, wimping out, but with their mobile artillery and their anti-tank guns there, I kind of want to not lose that tank unit. We'll keep them in reserve if we need to. If the Germans put a press on and we need to counterattack them, we'll keep some armor back. All right, let's take a look at our infantry in the center section. All right, it's time for these guys to hustle and move up. We are just going to go ahead, and they're both going to move 2 right up here. We're not fooling around anymore. We're bringing in the British ground troops, our infantry. So they move. Of course, they can't fire because they've moved 2. These guys are also going to move 2 right into here. All right, we're getting some units in position for maybe next time they can start attacking some positions. All right, and the 2 units at our right flank. All right, we're doing some running away and chickening out, but our tank unit's going to go 1, 2 to here. They cannot attack because the tree blocks line of sight. But we want to leave them out of the way of the gunfire from the Germans in town to pick them off and get a cheap medal. But then we will move our infantry up to this way, which is the French infantry moving up. So basically what we did this turn is we just repositioned a whole bunch of infantry. We didn't get any shots off anywhere, but that's okay. All right. That's the end of our turn. Over we go to the German player. Oh, we got to grab a card, I should say, before it's the end of our turn. And what do we get? We get direct from HQ. Order 4 units of your choice. Awesome. Like it. All right, back camera out. It's the Germans' turn. All right, the Germans are going to do 3 in the center, 1 on the move. Okay, the one they're going to do on the move is going to be their mobile artillery. And then 3 in the center. Well, they only have 3 units in the center. They have some, hard to see, but they do have some artillery there. And then they have the 2 infantry here. So that's the 3 in the center, 1 on the move. And that's the end of their activations. All right, let's see if they're going to move anything. So let's figure out what they're doing with that. All right, their mobile artillery is going to move 1 space, and by moving 1, they're only on the move. Do I want to move them 2? No, we're going to move them 1 space to there, and that's where they're going to sit. They're on the move. I forgot. They can't attack. All right, let's take a look at the 3 activated units in the center section. All right, well, these guys are in the forest. They're not going to move. They're just going to attack. These guys in the town now are going to... They're going to move 1 to here, and they will be able to attack like such. And they will be able to attack the mobile artillery, or not mobile artillery, the artillery. Now it could actually attack because it's got 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. But they're actually just going to move it up 1 in behind the town. They don't need line of sight to anything. And of course, by moving, artillery can move, but then it can't attack. So they're just repositioning their artillery a little bit closer to the battle lines. All right, we're going to get out the dice tray. They're going to be having their 2 attacks. All right, the Germans are currently at 10 victory points. Can I get this in? Can we see that? There. Oh, yes, so that's good there. All right, we are starting off with the guys at the back. 3 dice, 2 dice, 1 die. They're rolling 1 die against our British troops that moved up. And they pick off 1 of them. So we move right into the fire. And these guys, oh my God. As I knock the rail lines everywhere, they might as well go ahead and fire 3 dice, 2 dice at the ones that were just attacked. I'm going to go ahead and attack them for 2 dice, and they get 1 grenade, which is 1 hit. All right, that will be the end of the Germans' turn. They, of course, grab another card. And over we go back to us, the ally player, and see what we're going to do. Alright, we as the British and the French troops are going to play direct from HQ, order 4 units of your choice. Seems like a good thing to use. Alright, the 4 units of our choice that we're going to activate, we're going to be activating our artillery. We will be activating the French infantry up here, and we will be activating our 2 infantry squads that we have valiantly moved up here into the firing line. So there we go. We'll zoom down a little bit, and now we're going to have movement. Alright, the French infantry are on the move. They're going to move 2. Crossing railroad tracks does not cause a problem, so the 2, they can just go right across there. Now they won't be able to attack, of course, because they've moved 2. We're trying to get them in position as best as possible. So that's it for them. The artillery's not going to move. It is just going to fire. Okay, but these guys are going to move, and they can move 1 and fire. So the 2 British troops are going to move here. They're going to be firing, and the 4 are going to be going up on the railway tracks here, and they will also be able to fire. Okay, as I knock stuff around. Wish there was some kind of Velcro you could knock these things so they don't knock them to the table so they don't move around, which makes no sense. If you know what I mean, you know what I'm talking about. They would stick to the table like magnetic. Anyway, that would be probably too expensive to pull that off. All right, so we have moved everything, and now it's time for attacking to happen. So I don't even think I need to readjust the camera right now because we can do our attacks right here. Yeah, we're going to be using the 2 are going to be attacking these guys right here. Now that's 3 dice. And, oh no, it's not. They're in a forest. What am I saying? They're in a forest, so that's minus 1 die, so they're rolling 2 dice. And they get 1 hit. So we take out 1 of the German troops. These guys, same thing, 2 dice, attacking into the forest. And let's see what we can do there. Pick off another 1 of them. I like it. And now we have our artillery. And the artillery, you know what? The artillery can hit this spot, can it? 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, 1. The artillery's going to hit these guys for 1. Just 1 die shooting in it. Probably, well, we're doing it now. 1 die and another 1. So these anti-tank guys have been whittled down pretty heavily. That was a pretty good push from our British troops. French troops are moving on up. And that was our artillery shot. All right, that's the end of our turn, and we grab another card, which is Recon in Force, one in each section. I like it. All right, over we go to the end of the episode for today to the German player. All right, the Germans are fighting back. Of course they are. So they're going to be doing Recon in Force. And they're ordering one in each section. All right, let's see which 3 units are they going to order. Well, they only have one in this section, so they'll be ordering their infantry in the town. Then they will be ordering their infantry in the forest. And then, yep, the rotten, we knew this was happening, their mobile artillery. Ooh. All right, movement time. These guys up here are not moving. They are just attacking. These guys are likewise not moving. They are just attacking. The mobile artillery is not moving. They're just attacking from here. Yes, that's what they're doing. All right, we're going to zoom down and start with the attacks up here on the Germans' left flank. All right, the Germans are attacking the French infantry because they're the biggest threat. 3 dice, 2 dice, rolling 2 dice against them. And they get 1 hit. So the French bravely moving up, taking a little bit of heat from the Germans in the town. All right, over here, I guess we can see what's going on there pretty easily. So the Germans here are actually going to attack the 3 British infantry coming in right there. And they get absolutely nothing. Ooh, that's gonna smart. All right, what's the mobile artillery firing at? All right, had to back out quite a way. So the mobile artillery is going to fire. So 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, or 1 die against these guys. They're going to roll 2 dice against the 2 British troops right there. And that's the mobile artillery firing. Ooh, that hurts us. That wipes out our British. No, that is 11. Oh boy, that is 11 medals for the Germans. And we are currently at 2, 4, 6, 8 medals. So 8 medals to 11. That's not good. All right, we're back camera out. Oh, the Germans, of course. They get 1 more card. And we're back camera out and wrap it up for today. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for today. Oh my God, this is brutal. I don't know what we're going to do. As the Allies, next time we got Recon and Force, Artillery Bombardment. We've got Recon and Force. Again, I don't want to use these recons because if the Germans have a counterattack, they can use this for an airplane attack, which at this point, I guess, well, it would still be pretty devastating. Double artillery fire. Oh man, I don't know. We'll figure this out tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. Memoir 44, the breakthrough scenario. First one in the breakthrough expansion, which comes with the 2 of these 13 by 17 large boards, which I really like. And I like the scenarios because they go to 12 medals, prolonging the game, a lot more strategic depth and stuff going on, I think. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So thanks so much. Hope you'll join me tomorrow for the continuation.